Just a few comments. Obviously, a disappointing finish to a hard-fought game. We felt like it was going to be a game that was close to the vest. We didn't feel like the scoring would be high. There were a lot of things we did well, and then there were some things, obviously, we didn't do as well. We had too many penalties. I think our average third down on offense was 3rd and 11 plus, which makes it difficult. Then we had the swing, call it second quarter, third quarter. But a tough loss nonetheless. So credit them. Any questions?
Offensively in the second half, did it feel like similar to last week where you had chances to sort of extend?
Yeah, we got, look, we were in some heavy sets early on. We got a lot of, run pressures, that kept us from having success in some of the heavier personnel groupings. Then we found a little bit, certainly we found a little bit more success in the run game, from some of the subgroupings. The penalties, though, the negative plays, those are the things that, you only get about 11 of these drives per game, and that set us back.
To continually kind of take a 2-score lead,
Yeah, listen, we had 2 or 3 opportunities right at midfield. It's frustrating. Two good teams. It was a tough loss.
The penalties were in all 3 phases of the game. How do you work on correcting?
Yeah, some of them, we'll look at on film. I think there was really one behavior, and the rest were either technique or. But we got to be able to align correctly. If we get a team to punt, and then we're in the neutral zone, or line up offensively and have a big play, and we're in the neutral zone, like that, that needs to be cleaned up fast.
Joseph talked a couple days ago about Justin Herbert using his legs. What did you kind of say on that game-tying touchdown pass in which you alluded to pass rush?
Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job overall, relative to caging him. We dropped some coverages late in that game with the running back, on a 30-some-yard play. But overall, I didn't feel like I thought we did a good job, not allowing him to really beat us with his feet. He's like Bo, where both of them can get yards running it. Yeah, that's what I'd say.
During a lot of games like this, these one-score games the last 2 years, what is the key, the concept of being able to finish? Because you're in.
Yeah, look, listen, this year's different. This year's different. That was a hard-fought, close game. We got to get ready to come back and play a national TV game Monday night against a good team. This team will. I thought we fought today, which was encouraging, and we knew it was going to be one of those games.
John, can you take us through the 52-yard touchdown pass from Bo to Portland at the end of the second?
4th down?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, look, you're looking for certain distances, hash marks, timing, and obviously it's somewhat aggressive. But the play requires, an aggressive defense, too, and so we got that. And so, it was the right timing, and those guys made a real good play. No, well, the penalties are what we're doing. But, look, there are a handful of things. We'll look at the film tomorrow. And when I'm referencing minus plays that we'll be frustrated with. And tomorrow's an important day. Tomorrow's more important than the game we just played, because we're in this accelerated, we got to get better fast. And if we do, I think this will be all right.
You've got a couple of narrow overthrows. Is there a common thread to those just typically, generally?
It varies. Like the route at the end is kind of like a seam, almost a double move. And then look, the 3rd and long flea flicker was close. So sometimes if it's a double move, your eyes can betray you a little bit. But I thought he's throwing it real accurately, putting the ball in good places, protecting it.
After those, the overthrow environment?
Say it again. No, keep slinging it. There's no conversation. Keep slinging it. The last thing you want is to, those are, almost spot on. So, yeah. A little bit, to be aggressive, yeah. I don't know that we got a snap of man-to-man coverage in the whole game. We might have maybe on that short yardage naked that we threw to Sutton on the over route. I'll bet that probably was, not having seen it. So we got a lot more zone.
This game, there's a big emphasis of the defense not giving up the score first possession. They do score. How disappointing was that, and then how encouraged were you by the
Well, look, I thought those guys fought hard, and at halftime, this is the kind of game we wanted to be in, if that makes sense. It's a good team. We think we're a good team, and we'll see them again.
On Bo's scramble in the fourth, it looked
Say it
like
again.
On Bo's scramble in the fourth, it looked like he had a sideline reacted. Did you have a good view of
Had a good view upstairs.
And because of the time, there's no chance you can go for it there. Way too early, right?
Yeah, listen, we had a good review. He was short. I just felt like the way we were playing, field position mattered. Well, but I think it's we'll look at all of them. But I don't come in here feeling like the official. I come in here with we got to clean these up, and so. But we'll look closely at them. Say it again. I still can't hear you. I think each week, we've talked about this before, it's not unusual for a player, coach, or someone to go back. He was passionate, ready to play. He played well.
Talk about the decision that happened yesterday on putting Greenlaw on the IR.
Yeah, and fair question. We got to a point, and listen, he's been busting his tail. This will take a little of the pressure off. We could have done it earlier, and yet there was still, there was a goal date, and it was either this week or next, and we felt like the last thing we want to do is have him come out too early and re-injure it. And George and I sat down with him. We spent some time discussing it, and now there's plenty of season left. So it was just something that we, obviously, hindsight, we could have said we should have done it. But at that time, the information was, hey, this is 4 weeks away, but it's a little bit longer.
We talk a lot about the acceleration. Is there even a natural kind of sense of urgency? Knowing the Chargers are 3 games up in the division now.
Yeah, listen, I get it. We're in the 3rd week of the season.